This is Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. Now here's Barrett. Boucher on the screen. Launches it. Porzingis grabs the board.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Grant, would you say the Raptors are in the process of starting over?
You know, I certainly don't think that's the wrong thing to call it, B.A. Coaching changes, some big trades. They're shuffling things around and trying to start building something new.
And so here is Toronto, following the bucket by Boston. Boucher with it, picked up by Tatum. Just 5 on the clock. The Raptors need to get off a shot. Here's Ingram. Here's Boucher. To the middle. With the clock winding down. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul of the game. Now here's Barrett. Pass to Dick. To the paint. Here's Barnes. Nifty move. Tatum with some nice D.
Yeah, with his length and athleticism, Tatum has the tools to be a lockdown defender.
Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
Outside Dick. Back to Barnes. That shot, no good. Good work defensively by White. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla, and he had nothing but praise for Scotty Barnes on the other side. He said Barnes poses so many problems because of his versatility. He can play multiple positions. He's unselfish. He's got great speed for his size. He had a lot of good things to say. Clearly, Barnes has a big fan here.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Right at the free throw line. 4 on the clock. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Here are the Celtics with the ball. Pass to Porzingis. Back to White. Now here's Tatum. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
You know, Grant, an underrated area of improvement for Scotty Barnes has been his defense.
You're spot on, B.A. I mean, we've seen an elevated intensity from him on that end. Finding more denials, attacking the ball, really proving himself as an effective stopper.
Now here's Porzingis. To snap the cold streak. Tatum drives in. And the bucket. Counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. Lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Now here's Barrett. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Back to Ingram. shoots over Brown. The shot by Ingram, no good. The Celtics with the lead. It's Brown on the wing. No good on the three. And Barnes has got the ball here for Toronto. Inside. Kicks it out to Barrett. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Boston ball. Substitution on the court.
55 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Tatum with it. Now quickly defending. Outside Tatum. Pass to Porzingis. Tatum with a screen. Shot clock at 6. There's the three. And he missed again. Now 1 of 5. Quickly outside. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Up top, Barnes. Here's the three. That shot off. And here's Tatum. And no good. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Celtics out in front.
I can't get a bucket up on these weekends.
Teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious
they
were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP.
Beat that
Know
motherfucker
your
quickly.
personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Got to give them credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Defense perfect.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance.
Here's Shireman. That three's off the mark. The Raptors with a lead. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The Raptors are still developing. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're focusing on offensive execution and player development. It's about what we need to do night in and night out, regardless of the opponent. As we grow, we'll teach more schemes for opponent preparation. BA step by step.
Yeah, it's a process, Allie. Thank you. Out to Horford. It's not going to go for him. Pirtle with some nice D. Toronto leading by 4. On the wing quickly. And they go to the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
So both teams making some changes here. Pass to Abaji. Quickly outside. 5 to shoot. It's Pirtle high post. It's hauled in by White. Here are the Celtics with the ball. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. And now we have an intentional foul.
To go in the paint,
sure
I gotta miss it. It's hustle. Passing.
Porzingis sets a screen. Outside, Brown. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Jakob Pirtle. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
And here's Ingram outside. Rebounded by the Celtics. Right side Brown. Outside White. Outside Porzingis. Back to White. Pass to Brown. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Here's Pirtle. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And the Raptors lead by 4.
An aggressive move. Oh, Jason Tatum!
Slow-ass nigga, folks.
We don't always get to see this from Tatum, adding the sizzle to the steak.
And coach, a perennial all-defense performer, Drew Holiday, fearsome at that end of the floor in particular.
Yeah, Brian, he's as good a defensive guard as there is. Great size and strength at the point guard spot. You combine that with his IQ and his competitive will, he is a problem on a nightly basis.
Outside Tatum, fires from deep. The shot that time not on target.
Man, just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Ingram up top. He's scoreless. Quickly outside. Pass to Abaji. Throws it down. And the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. Jaylen Brown picks one up. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Toronto.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
Oh, a dunk and a foul!
That shit I could be about that, folks.
He's got a chance.
This shit I could be.
It goes on Chris Boucher. Boston shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. That free throw good from Porzingis.
Standing at 7'3", we have never seen a player quite like Kristaps Porzingis. A fantastic shooter, a solid ball handler. What a talent.
To the inside. Boucher. And finished off by Boucher.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Porzingis in the post. Can't get it to fall. Porzingis on the double team. For 3, Barrett. Boston with a rebound. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Kick out to Brown. Big hit from outside. Jaylen Brown.
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the 3, it really opens up this offense.
Here's Ingram. And slammed it.
He won.
And a foul.
Shit, Ingram.
Point at the line.
What I'm talking about, nigga.
Porzingis picks one up.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Here's Pritchard. No points so far. Fires for 3. That shot is off. And so it's Toronto with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Celtics trail by 6. Brown with it. Brown gets the inside finish.
Terrific finish there from Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
Down low. Here's Boucher. And finished off by
on his
Boucher.
ass dead.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. And you look at the Celtics, as high-powered as they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, it sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling. Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you. To the middle. Pass to Tatum. Back to Brown. Shot clock at 5. Again, Brown missing. Toronto leading by 7. Here's Ingram. Porzingis grabs the board. And the Celtics in possession here. Brown in the high post. He's got 5. Pass to Tatum. And it's Boucher with the rebound. And it's Toronto's ball. Left side Ingram. From outside the arc. Drills it from deep.
You want close enough. I knew he was going to shoot over them.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
They set the pick. Here's Dick. Outside for Boucher. Pass to Barrett. Back to Boucher. Dick with it. Now guarded by White. He shoots it. Dick with a miss.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as... Oh! Wow!
And Jason Tatum was fearless on that finish. Went right through the contact.
Pass to Boucher. Takes the 3. And again, Toronto with a triple.
Boucher.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Tatum inside. All right, Coach, what are some qualities you're looking for in a lead guard?
I was right there cutting him out, bro. Like, what the fuck, gang?
That can make plays, that can control the game. When I first got into the league, people thought about point guards as traditional pass-first guys. But now it means more than that. You want a guy who can make plays, whether it's for himself or for his teammates.
Great play by Porzingis. Love seeing the zinger engaged on D.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. 4 on the clock. Here's Barnes. Kicks it out to Barron. Driving inside. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis. Here's Tatum. Hey, strong move, Tatum.
And sometimes you forget how long Tatum is, and he's terrific at using this to his advantage inside.
My way, so when I'm
quickly, right side. And he drops it in from the low post. Quickly's got 6.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
Celtics trail by 7. Pass to Tatum. Misses from short range. And here's Quickly. He'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Barnes with it. Back to Boucher. And finished off by Boucher.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And here's Tatum. The 3 ball.
Yeah.
Tatum!
Yeah.
Money from deep.
Great rhythm to that shot. Tatum right off the pass.
To the paint. Here's Boucher.
Ooh, I still went back up with that bit.
Pass to Walter. Outside for Boucher. Knocks it down from distance.
He's gonna leave this nigga Boucher open. Like this nigga bums.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here.
Motherfucking Boucher, nigga.
Right now
You didn't know, now you know. Brady back up in this bitch.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, they just have to be more patient. Less forcing and more passing.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Chris Boucher really making an impact here.
Well, look, he's picking apart their defense. They need this timeout to figure out how to slow him down.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Right back up in there.
It may be a players' league, but the coaches obviously play a big part as well.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
Chris Boucher has been on display for the Raptors. He put together 10 points
Chris
in the quarter.
Boucher kill his ass.
Don't go far. We'll be right back.
He letting Boucher kill his ass. What the fuck is a Boucher? Why is you letting it kill you like that?
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you.
What the fuck is a Boucher and why is you letting it kill you like that, man?
Now quickly.
Yes, how you doing?
To the inside. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Get back.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
And that one's good. Porzingis.
Check out Porzingis' energy. He's just relentless on both ends of the court.
Quickly outside.
Yeah, shoot that bitch real quick.
Pass to Walter. The three is up. Offensive rebound. Celtics trail by 9. Here's Tatum. There's the drive. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Foul. That nigga did a whole 3-6.
It's not surprising to see Tatum taking over offensively. I mean, he's capable of doing this on a nightly basis.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Darko Rajakovic was going over with his team. Well, Coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
And Allie, thanks. And he banks in the layup. And the Raptors lead by 9.
Such a gutsy player. Barrett takes on challenging defenders in style and stays in control.
Inside. Here's Porzingis.
No,
doesn't go for him. Oh, good D by Boucher. Here's Ingram with the drive. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
That nigga Boucher out here
well at 6'8". Ingram can be a lot to handle, especially on the drive.
Pass to Brown. And Brown.
That was on me. I knew I was getting that steal. I knew I was.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Here's Ingram. Count that bucket. Ingram's got 4 points this quarter.
Good timing on the shot from Ingram. Understanding the situation and beating the defense just in time.
I did.
Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
That is dumbass.
On the wing.
How did this tap his dumbass?
And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. They trail by 9. Right side Porzingis. KP wrecks the rim.
Even after that serious knee injury, Porzingis with the spring to flush it.
Outside Ingram. Sweet little floater.
Yeah.
Ingram's got 9 points here in the second half.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
Here's Brown. Here's Holiday. And that one's good. A nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
And man, does Holiday hustle out there. I mean, he keeps plays going with his activity.
Outside Barrett. And here's Ingram outside. It's good. He's 6 for 12 from the floor.
Here in the second half,
I got his ass when I passed it over to Grady, though. That shit got his ass.
And where has the defense been? They've been
Come on, bro. Like, why is y'all keeping this nigga up in the game?
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for
Like,
Toronto.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the 3.
Pass to Dick. Back to Barrett. Here's Boucher. 5 on the clock. And he lobs it up top. It's stolen by Holiday.
you know, I think it's desperation time for them.
It's not going to be easy now. They're going to need just about everything to go right from this point on.
Oh, my. Huge play from Porzingis. A testament to the competitiveness that he plays with.
Pass to Ingram. And here's Boucher. Defended by Porzingis. Here's Barrett. Good on the bucket.
And I love the confidence from Barrett. He enjoys finding room inside and capitalizing.
Now here's Brown. Outside White. Outside Brown. Looking to get it going. Oh, he nails it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Oh, assertive play there by Brown, rising to the challenge of the moment.
Outside Ingram. There's a screen. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
Looking like a spider attacking a fly. Ingram came at the rim with fierce intentions.
Lets the 3 fly. This is so it's Toronto picking up the win. They played the villain tonight.
I know he's salty as hell. He just lost to the motherfucking Raptors. he salty as hell. Just lost to the Raptors. He switched at the last second. Still got his ass killed. On phone was just killing his ass. Shut down. Yeah, we shot decent from the 3-point line. I can't say. Phone now. Fuck I'm talking about, man. His biggest lead was only 2. Hey, for that first quarter was ass, though. 4 points in 5 game. Like, we only scored. We was 2 for 10 up in the 4th game. Second quarter, we started to pick it up. 3rd quarter, we picked it up. 4th quarter, we was scoring, too. That first quarter was ass, though, folks. It was so ass, that first quarter. Like, damn. Why the first quarter had to be so ass? See how he coming, man. Who you gonna rock out with, man? Who you got for
you?
Nate, what's the word, my boy?
Watching the game rigged now.
Oh yeah, who winning? What quarter is it? Who winning? Let me know the quarter and who winning, man. On phone now. Quarter and who up?
Min by 8 at half. Ska is 2-12.
They locking him down, or he just missing shit. Who they got up on him too? They got Jaden McDaniels up on him.
Here
they gotta have Jaden McDaniels
Richard
up on
Jefferson
him.
and Grant Hill. I'm Brian Anderson and Allie LaForce, our reporter. And it's the Cavaliers to start out.
McDaniel is on him.
Oh yeah.
Here's Garland. Orlando with the rebound.
I bet he don't smile if they lose this shit.
Uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the
Bet he don't be smiling they lose.
20.
Randall got 20. I bet he don't be smiling if they lose this game. This shit gonna be scary for their ass.
A force for a very long time.
Here's Mobley. Great D that time from Banchero.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Randall killing us. How much ain't got?
Just taking it right
Ain't
to the
telling
rim,
him nah.
and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions
I mean,
like
man,
that
he threw his shit in the
are just
fourth
a
quarter.
gift.
That's what he
You
really,
just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
he really come alive though.
And Suggs has got the ball here for the Magic. It's a 5-point game. And just over a minute played here to start the game.
And what I like about Suggs is that he does many things well, and that's because he plays with so much confidence.
Orlando shooting their first free throws of this game. Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since
But they got Gardner Randall though.
1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
No, they ain't got SGA up on Randall.
Use of that reach. Allen able to pluck the ball out of the
Or
air for
check.
that easy lob.
Suggs with it. Picked up.
They was trying to shoot that shit.
Maybe he was
I
too
should have
wide
tried to shoot it though. Wide open, green.
Outside Garland. Rebounded by Suggs. Wagner outside. And that one is hammered home.
And he did that so well in college. Suggs sharing it well in the league, too.
On the wing, Mitchell. Yes, and a nice assist from Garland.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And everything Banchero does is with aggression.
Outside Garland. Pass to Mobley. There's the triple. Rebound by the Magic. Here's Banchero. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes
That's
play.
Ghetto.
And it's Orlando with another.
Starting
Ghetto.
to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this.
When you say Banchero, then you gotta say Banchero.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie
Roll
LaForce.
the little senses
Evan
up in
Mobley
there.
was the 3rd overall pick in 2021, and his teammate Donovan Mitchell
Yeah,
said
ready
about
for
him,
it.
"It's crazy, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I don't think he really understands how good he can be. He can take us to a completely different level. I personally believe that he can be a top 5 player in this league." Brian, high praise for his
I didn't
teammates.
expect him to just drive
Indeed
with
it
that
is.
bitch.
Good stuff, Allie.
When you give Garland these looks, oh, he's going to find ways to capitalize. But I love his aggressiveness.
And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
Orlando leading by 6. And he's going for the oop here.
Oh, what a pass.
White
Those two
boy
read
dumped
each
that
other
shit.
really well.
Looks like a play they've definitely run in practice. Outside Garland. Out to Mobley. Outside Mitchell. Shot clock at 5. Releases. Boy, clanks that one off
Hey,
the
move me
back
out
iron
the
and
way,
it
man.
falls.
2K.
Mitchell's
Do
got
that.
5 now.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Pass to Garland. Allen a screen. Got a piece of it. Caldwell Pope with it. Guarded now by Mitchell. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And Banchero gets it to go.
He can play big and tough. I mean, Banchero bangs his way in.
Three-pointer off the mark.
Nah.
Magic leading by 8.
What's
Back to Caldwell Pope.
feel sad?
Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Allen.
We ain't got no mayo, dude.
Mobley, left side. Hunter. Gets it up. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
Makes his selection
That
just
shit
in
was
time.
gay.
Well done.
He didn't even look worried about the time on the clock. Nice way to end a quarter.
Paolo Banchero getting it done for Orlando. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Back to the game after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And for Orlando, what jumps out to you guys stat-wise?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
Back to Carter. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. And that one falls for Carter. RJ, the Cavs breaking ground on a new practice facility set to open in 2027.
Situated on the Cuyahoga River, it will be one the state of the art, and it continues to rejuvenate what we're seeing in downtown Cleveland. Shout out to the Cavaliers.
First team foul.
And Richard, thinking about Donovan Mitchell, he just has a total impact on the game.
It's crazy to think that he's in the prime of his career, but every single year he continues to get better. I still think there are more levels for him to go. We talked about the guys who play bigger than their listed size, and Donovan Mitchell is at the top of that list.
And it's in there.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
The Cavaliers trail by 9. Here's Jerome. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Nice scoop layup, though.
Here's Anthony. He's scoreless. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Stolen by Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell. Wow! Put that in the dunk contest.
Oh, he's had that move saved up for a minute. You could tell with that smile on his face, Mitchell making the most of that opportunity.
It's tipped. Back to Anthony. For 3. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Now here's Mitchell. Ooh, power move by Mitchell.
Whatever he lacks in size, Mitchell makes up with craftiness and allows him to be effective inside.
For 3, Anthony.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
The kick to Hunter. Back to Jerome. Clock at 6. Here's Mitchell. Pass to Jerome. The three is up. And can't get it to go. Now 1 of 2. Orlando leading by 3. Here's Black. Now Anthony. The Magic need to put one up here. Here's Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
You love the show of force from Carter Jr. He's not messing around when he gets the ball down there.
Jerome attacking. On the wing, Mitchell. He's got 11. There's the three. Jerome, no good. And so Anthony will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
The Cavaliers are having success. Point guard Darius Garland said, "We're building something here and we've come a long way. It feels amazing having our own legacy. We're just trying to keep it going. The whole city is behind us." And Brian, they know there's still work to do.
And they've got no problem with that, Allie. Thank you. Here's Black. Oh, powered down with both hands.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Orlando making some changes.
Substitution on the court.
The Cavaliers trail by 7. There's 1:12 left in the second quarter. And it's Allen who slams it home.
For a big, Allen is so fluid, setting a pick and then gracefully rolling into position.
Here's Suggs. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. .43 seconds left in the first half of this game. Orlando leading by 7. On the wing, Caldwell Pope. Fires at the elbow. The rebound by Allen.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
Fantastic work from Allen, taking the contact on the chin, burying the shot.
To the paint. Here's Wagner. Off target at the rim. Here's Jerome. Allen a screen. Tips it up. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Allen's got... .6 in the quarter. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Orlando ahead. Up by 3. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Magic leading by 3. And Carroll with it. Pass to Wagner. Now here's Banchero. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Wagner. From outside the arc. And the rebound goes to
lagging, bro. What outside the fuck is this lag?
And here's Mobley. Yes, and a nice assist from Garland. Mobley's got 6.
This is Mobley's zone. He's got all the size he needs to dominate.
Stop him, bro.
Wagner, left side. To the inside. Banchero finishes with force inside.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
And here's Garland. Nice D from Wagner. Here's Banchero. Gets the bucket and the foul.
Defensive foul.
Max Strus picks one up.
Bron Caro. That's what I'm about to start calling him. Bron Caro on phone now.
Determination.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. Garland for three. Counted from distance.
Out of here, bro.
5 points in the game.
For a guard like Garland, hitting threes unlocks the rest of the floor.
Now Banchero. 12 points for him. Inside. Here's Wagner. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, you talk about an anchor for this defense. Richard Jared Allen is that.
It's hard to find a big man who can move and eat up space like Allen. He's a great shot blocker that can also move his feet on the perimeter and guard in isolation. But a difference maker at the rim, that is where he's at his best.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
That nigga Banchero tired as hell, boy.
So both free throws good from Allen.
Wow, you score.
A pure five. Jared Allen isn't trying to shoot a bunch of threes. He bangs down low, he rebounds, protects the paint. He is a rare breed.
Now here's Suggs. Back to Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Garland. Here's Allen. And the layup is good off the glass. Allen's got 4 points this quarter.
And this is how dominant Allen can be. If you continue to feed him, he will reward you.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Here's Wagner. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Pass to Isaac. And the dunk by Isaac.
And that was a big man play by Isaac, going in with intention and dunking it.
Mobley outside. Allen with it. Offensive board. Outside Garland. He takes it in. And they converted last on attempt number 3. Garland's got 7 points.
The quick thinking of Garland in the pick and roll, his decision making is so impressive.
Down low. Here's Black. Kicks it out to Wagner. To the middle. Here's Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Not the tallest center in the league. He more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
Magic leading by 4. Isaac outside. Hey, from beyond the arc. The rebound by Allen. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
Pass to Mobley. Three-pointer. He buries it from 3. He's got 9.
Oh, Mobley. Okay, I see you showing off that shooting ability.
Wagner with a screen. Here's Carter. And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Okay, everyone. Look who's running onto the court.
So both teams making some changes here. There's 18 seconds left in the third. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Yes, Paolo Banchero for 2.
And I think we're going to see a lot of nights like this from Banchero. He is built to score and never seems to take a play off.
Here's Garland. Chalk up 2 there. Garland's got 9 points.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
Magic substitution. Number 34.
And the shot's good. Carter's got 6 points in the quarter.
Nice little draw up there from the inbounds play to get them an easy bucket.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game thus far.
46.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And Cleveland has possession. They trail by 3. Outside Mitchell. Here he goes. Got a hand on it. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Suggs surveys the D. Banchero in the post. Wagner for 3. The rebound by Allen. And here comes Cleveland. Left side, Strus. Outside, Garland. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
What an effort by Garland, battling through the foul to get his shot off.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Look, they're getting good looks inside. It's been a point of emphasis all night long, but I love this hard-nosed attitude of this team.
Banchero getting creative.
I mean, you talk about it factor, Banchero's got it, man. What a move.
Back to Strus. And again, it's Cleveland converting.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
And as time, they have all the momentum now to finish this comeback.
And Banchero gets it to go.
And Banchero has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
Outside Strus. Pass to Garland. Outside Mitchell. 5 on the clock. And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. And the Cavaliers making a change here. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. Confidence is what he's asking for right now. He said, quote, when it's close, we have to keep believing in ourselves. And if we don't think we can pull it out, we've already lost. So some strong words from Coach in the huddle. Back to you, Brian.
Thanks for that, Allie. Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the fourth.
All alone from mid-range. You got to think he's kicking himself.
Orlando leading by 3. Suggs outside. Pass to Wagner. Back to Suggs. Kicks it out to Wagner. 5 to shoot. And another 3 for Orlando.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Now Hunter. Out to Mobley. Strus with it. Outside Garland. From the arc. Orlando grabs the miss. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
Get him up out of there, coach. Damn, 3 for 11. We shot 4 from the 3-point line. Shit, that's all for today's day. A little quick stream, y'all. Y'all know I have to get up on this bitch and get a couple dubs for y'all, man. Phone y'all know that. I'll see y'all tomorrow, though.